Okay. Okay. Then we come to the do this. I create here is this option. Okay. And then I want to apply here is a material. If you see here, this is just a use of this one. But here is a conceptual. I will just convert into the realistic mode. If you want to apply here is a material, colors, whatever you want, then you concept convert into in form of realistic mode. Then how to do the apply the material here for this object? For the material, we can go to the view option. If you want to show, go to the view option here. Then we have this here is the material browser. Uh, don't want to material browser, then use the M80. M80 is a shortcut called of a material browser. When we click here, then what you get here, here you got the material browser of this type. Okay. And then how can we check this which type of material we use here? Just use this portion, right? I just open above and then see that here AutoCAD file, and then here we have the all types of ceramic types of materials you can have concrete, polythene, tiles, okay, concrete types, right? Okay, and then here your glasses option, flooring option, many of the options are there to using this part. Okay, if you want to apply the metals here, because I want to metals here, aluminum metals I use this aluminum alloy. Okay, this is your metals option, right? And this is the way you can store your data. Okay, this metal you can apply here. Okay, any metals you can want to apply, anodized aluminum, this type of metal, fabricated metals you can apply here. Suppose this metal you can apply here. Okay, yeah, aluminum types metals you can apply here. Anything, any metals you can use. If you want to steel to this part, then you can apply the steel. Okay, this is way you can create your data, right? And then all the metals you can apply here to the show this like way. If you don't use this, then you can delete these also. Okay, if you don't use here, then delete this part. If you use here, to then use it, and then if you don't use here, then delete it. Okay. So whatever you want here, to just delete, and delete it. Okay, all of the part. You have so many of the options there. You can want to colors and anything metals option, metal sidewalk, stonework, wooden wall pans. Here we have the pans option also, wooden options also. If you want to make this in form of the wooden, then you can make the part or is like as a form of wood, right? And this is your call as a material, okay? And you have a graphic is very well, then you can show it the best part of the graphic, right? But to show here, this is look like a wooden shape, right? This material you can apply here and then make this object is realistic way. Okay, this way you can create it. I just make something else and I take a one example for the showing this part, right? And this I use to enter it, and then I just convert into the first of all this conceptual first, and then goes to the top more. Okay, I just make an example and then also explain some earlier topics, right? First of all, I take a circle, right? And then circle, and then here I do the circle distance is 200 mm, right? I make a simple gears option, right? To that point. And then what you do? Just see enter to inside portion. Just click here to make the inside portion. If you need it to do that in the inside portion also. And then here I use the hollow option. Okay, just click here to take here is the size is my 60 mm. And then again, I show here as my it's a 50 mm, right? And then I want to do one thing. What we want to do here? Suppose I want to spiral here. I want to create here. Okay, sorry, not a sun. I want to create here the sun here, and then I create here the line first. Just that coordinate point is not faces right now. Then just click here for all faces. Okay. Okay. Then come to this part. Okay. So I'll enter for the first, and then I want to create as a sun here. For first time, you can create here to the distance is your whatever your distance you want to need here. Let's suppose I want to 30, and after that I take a offset of the distance is my is 50, right? I take the offset of between this portion and this portion, right? And after that, I just click here to delete and then use the action command to extend this. Okay, to match this portion back and just use this L enter and just make it this type of thing, right? And then use the chamfer, C at chamfer, right? Distance I take here is by 5 by 5. Okay, and let's check this out. What will we create here? Okay, let's just check out. Okay, I think I take more CH again, and then distance I take is a 10 by 10. Am I right? And what we do? Amend for multiple and just say, okay, that's and okay. This type of things will be created here. Okay. If you need here to do one thing also, if you want to fillet this portion, you can also fillet this options also. How can do this? Just use the fillet option and the radius take is a 5. Okay. Just click and click. Okay. Again, click and click. Okay. Simply I create this type of thing. And I want to show, I just select this all and J enter for join. Okay. I join this object, right? And then what you do, one thing I also do here is to make uh 180, right? And come to this part, next part is here. I want to first of all make here is your array. This type of array I want to create is polar array and then create here and then just specify its number of item, number of feet. Suppose I take here the 36. Okay. I think 36 more small. Just create it at 30. Okay. 30 is also many. Okay, this create here is 26, I think. Is sufficient. Okay, 30 to 26 is good, like good. Okay, this is because I want to adjust this here, and then also I just write here the 24. Okay, remember that how many teeth will we use here? Just remember this portion because I need this part, right? And then come to this part to close this array, and then I make this type of thing, and let's convert into the isometric form. Okay. So how can we do that? Just use go to the SW isometric form and then I want to need here. I just use this and then I want to show in form of 3D form. Okay, so how to do this? For this part, we use the pasteful command. Okay. Pasteful command, extrude command, whatever you want here. Okay, any of things you can find out here. Suppose I use here to downside and then I take this distance is my 80, right? But okay. And then I use here and then put here is the downside and take the distance is my 100. Okay. And then also I put here and then take the distance of my 100. Okay. Right. Okay. One thing I also do here. So what we do and then I want to show in this portion and then I want to do one thing also. Uh, Graceful where you want to show. Okay. This portion I want to show here and the distance I take here is 80. Right. One thing I do is it is I take this portion and goes upward to my strength, not the trend here, goes downward, not to this portion. I select this portion and goes to the downward. It supposes my trend, okay. And then again, I want to do one thing also. I just come to this portion and then downward is my trend, right? Okay. And then what you do? Do one thing, select this portion and then use a 3D array here. 3D array, enter which type of array you want, select the object first, enter, Then I want a polar array. Then I select center points right here. Okay, the center point select here. Let's specify the center point first. Number of arrays is 24, right? And then 360 degree, right? And then yes, okay, yes, I want to rotate here and then take here the center point, right? And then remember the center point is important. And after that, just click above. Okay, this is not look like good. 1 second. Okay, again we select the 3D array because I selected the wrong for take a center point. So right here the 3D array first, enter hit, select this portion. Okay, select the polar array. Right here the number of object is 24, the angle is 360, and then rotation is this. And then I select this portion and then select the above portion, right? Angle is rotated this portion. Okay, this will be created. Okay, just find out. One thing I do here to make a line of this portion to this portion and a straight form. Okay, 1 second. I just one thing used here to find out the center point of this portion. Okay, so what we do? Uh, Something is wrong to find out this because this is the smallest one. Okay, that's why we can't find out the center point right here. So suppose this thing I created here again and then I is a polar and 24 is 6. Okay, yes, and just use this portion or specify the center point. Right, which one center point I need here? So this point. I think this portion is I think is sufficient. Okay, that's good. Okay, but specify the center point right here, and then if you got the center point, then you can create this type of thing, right? And then just you get this thing, and this will be helpful to you. Okay. After that, you want to remove this 2D portion also. Okay, I just remove here. I don't need here the 2D portion. Okay. If you don't need it, then you can also remove this portion. Okay. I just use this portion again, select all, and then move on in different area. I am enter. Okay. Then come to this is my gear. Okay, I designed this gear, right? And then I want to apply here is a material and whatever you want to apply here. This is simple helix type of gear, right? And then if you want to need here to do one thing also, I want to apply here as a fillet, yeah, as a temper, whatever you want to do here. You can also do here this part 3D fillet and 3D temper. Just I use the 3D fillet right here to use the sorry fillet edge. Okay, this name is a fillet edge, right? Fillet edge. I select the fillet edge and the radius I take is my pipe. Okay, and then what we do? Just select the this portion. Okay, and then this portion. Okay, and then also at the down portion, right? This and this. Okay, and hit the enter. Okay, then what we got here? Here we got this data, right? And this will be fillet will be make here. Okay, and then this fillet will be created in this portion. Okay, by this way you can create your fillet, right? Okay. Then come to this next part is just used for the fillet. You create here the fillet options right here. Then next one I want to do here to select this all here and then just is the union. A union is select all and then hit the enter. Okay. and then I just select it and then just move it off over section, and then I just remove the all the 2D part here. Okay, I just select all the 2D part and move on. Okay, I don't need it here. Okay, then select all. I am enter for this part, and this is my proper 3D view. Right, this is my proper 3D view will be shown here. Right? Good. So what we do next, just convert into in form of the realistic mode. And then what you get here, here we got this data, right? And this gear will be shown here. This is called as sun gear, right? And then I want to show, I want to apply here as a material for this gear. And how can we do this? For this purpose, we can use here the material browser M80, okay? M80, I write here as a material browser. And then I want to write anything. Suppose I want to apply here as a plastic, okay? Suppose I apply here is this type of plastic, right? And this is your plastic. Okay, I just make a plastic C type of your gears, and you can also make here to the any types of wires. Okay, I just use where you want to. I don't have anything. You have to try any of the parts, but I just use it here is the plastic. Okay, I make the plastic type of sun gear. Okay, for the suppose you for the your is toy. Okay, आप toy खिलौने के लिए बना सकते हो इसे. तो आपने इस gear को बना दिया यहाँ पे. This is your gear, right? And then I apply here the material browser also. M80 enter you can tell create here, and then this will your material be shown, okay, for this type. Okay. Those material you don't use here, you just delete it because this will be hang your device, right? So that's why we did this delete it because I don't need here. Okay, I just delete this all part. If you click here to the edit, if you want to edit it, then you can click here edit. Then here we have edit option will be used. And if you don't want to this type of color, then you can change the color also. Gradient color, you can check here. Whatever you want to show here, so you can also use this part, right? And if you want to color, then you can create your colors or the options also, and then change the color option also to yourself. Okay. And then here plastic solid type, transparent type, whatever you want to show here, vinyl type, whatever you want. So this part made glossy. Okay, and then this portion, okay, water polished, whatever you want to show here, so then you can use here finish mumps. Okay, here we have the option for the showing this better way. Okay, colors options informations. Okay, this is your just the setting for the showing this better and then look like it's better way. This is just the use for the part. And then if you apply the material browser inside your object inside any path right here, then you can next one process you do as a rendering. How to do the rendering? Same thing will come here for the path is view option. Come to the view option, and inside the view option we have the one second. I think not this one. Okay, no. So view option, this will come into the visualization option. Visualize option we got here. Here we got the material browser, and then also you go have the render. Render is used for showing the object in form of image. Okay, image 3D object in form of image. How can we do that? For the render, you can use the RR used for the render, and then if you click the RR, then what we got here? Here we got this rendering option, and then my rendering will be initialization. Okay, and this will be shown. This is your object. Okay, if you want to save this part, then you can save this option, and then zoom in, zoom out, whatever you want. You want to plot this option, then you can plot. Here, this is just a view where which type of view you can show here. Okay, and then here we have the ending size option also. If you want to show the end the info SD quality, then click on the SDTV. Quality will be changed here to medium to high, low. I select as a medium. Okay. And then what you do for which one is viewport, render, whatever you want. I will use the window. Okay. Which window will be shown here. Okay. And then you can use here. And then just click on the render to the size. Then what you got here, yeah, we got this data. And then this will be I created the SD quality. Which quality will we use? Here rendering option will be take this type of thing. Okay. And then this will be shown of this rendering. Okay. This is showing your 3D part, 3D object of this part. Okay. You can create a 3D model and then you can just enter it and show in form of image and show anybody's right here. If you want to save here, just click on the save button and this will be save this file. And then you can send anywhere, any file. This is a file save in form of PNG. I just save in the desktop and just click on save. Okay, which color you want and just click on here and then you got this data in your format. Okay, and then just I just show you. This will come here. Okay, this is my data, and then when we click this part, this is my image for my data. and then I could show this image is anybody's, right? This is showing your a render image. Okay, this is the rendering images, right? That's clear. So how to get the render, how to show your 3D portion by use of the image, and then where send anybody's, right? This way you can create it. Next one you can use here to the lighting. Okay, how can we apply the lighting inside this part? When we first of all you can use the sun status. We can also use the sun status right here to the adjust exposure and exposure setting. Okay, you can adjust your sun status by yourself. Here this is night version. If you use the environmental option, you can use the environmental also exposure. You can create here the exposure and then show your colors. Okay, white balance you create here. Okay, for the showing better way. Okay, by use of this sun status, you can create yourself and then you can create here sharp, high, dark layers, whatever you want to have. Then we have the multiple options right here. Okay, and just click on this on part. And then if you want to show the shadow, just click on the ground shadow. Then here we show the shadow inside the ground. If you don't want to show the shadow, just click on no shadow. And if you want to full shadow, then you want to show here is a full shadow. Okay. I just remember that no shadow. If you want to show the shadow, then you can use the show shadow. Right. And the next one is to create light. Create light is used for the showing the brighter. Okay. Just showing the object in for bright method. Then how can we do this? The create light. Just click on the create light option, and this will be create light option will be appear. And then here we have the multiple type of option of the create light: points, spot, distance, and wavelength. If you click here is the point light, and then click. Okay. I just click on this portion, and then I want to apply here is a light. Okay. And just I click this portion. Okay. And then hit the enter. Then what to get? You just see that here I just apply as a bulb in between inside this part, then we can this will be glow. Okay. And then next one will be light option. We can use the spotlight. The spotlight is generally used for the as a so as like a torch. Okay. And just click here. I don't want to show in this format, right? And then click here, exit. Okay. Then what's to show here? Here you got this light. Okay. And then here we got this brightness option. Okay. And then if you click this portion, you get this data. And then if you want to show this in the form of distance, then you can take this portion and then you're showing the distance in format. Okay. Right. And this will be is increase here to show this thing. Okay. Right. This light will be shown here by use of this. Okay, this is your point line by use of torch option. Okay, this is just like as a torch. You can use as a torch here, and this will be shown as form of this portion. Okay, right? And this will be portion will be shown here. Hey, this is just a torch light. Okay, then come to the next part is your part is your distance light. You can want to show the light in the distance light. Okay, and then here I want to show in form of distance. Right, like this. Okay, and then once you get here, here you got this distance light, right? And this will be shown better way. Okay, this portion you better way. And then here we have the other option of the wave light. Also, you can show as a disco light. Okay, if you need here to do show is in form of disco light, then you can use the disco light option also. Suppose in this portion I don't have as a light. Okay, so this thing I use here. So portion. Okay, like this. Okay, and this disco light will be shown. Okay, and this will be brighter option will be shown here. Okay, this disco light will be shown in this portion, and now which is the distance. Okay, that's one. Okay, this portion will be shown here, and this I don't need the disco light to this part, then I will just delete it. Okay, so I delete this disco light because disco light is not showing perfectly. Okay, if you apply the light option right here, then after that you can apply the light option and then you can want to show is the rendering option. Then click this portion and then I want to click here is the render. Then this will be option will be shown and this will be showing the perfect view of this portion and then where will light effect is come, then this will be shown. Okay. And then when we want to save here, then you can save this portion, right? By using of this way, you can create a better way of your any type of gears, any type of object. Okay, this is just example of the sun gear. Okay, to make this TV. That's clear. Okay, how can we create the lights? And then also you can create here the camera option. Okay, this is your create the camera option. We just create the camera option and then take this option, right? And let's just check this out. like this. Then one click on it, and this so here this is in form of a wireframe. This so will be showing as the wireframe, right? And then my camera will be perfectly not aligned. So what we do? Just I open it, and then our section we use here. Okay, this will be perfect. Okay, this will be shown, and then you can show in form of realistic whatever you want to show here. This is just a camera option where you can apply your camera, right? And then you whatever you want to show here. Okay, for this portion you can show this data, right? Just use here, and just I want to widely this. Okay, this is where you can create this camera option, and then here we can show your object, right? And then this is mode you can create your better way, your better visualization or option you can create here, right? That's clear how to do this rendering, how to do this thing, and just take one example for doing this thing, how to apply the cameras, whatever, anything right here, and then how to render it and then show in form of 3D modeling. Just clear all of you? आप सभी को समझ में आ गया? Nihar and then Vijay. Just clear how to do
Yes,
this
sir.
rendering and then whatever we want to do. Okay, तो यही पार्ट हमारा क्या था